It's a beautiful Saturday morning in the upper 70s, just after our front roll through. But hey, life can't get much better being in God's creation, so let's go fishing. All right, today starting off, we're going to be trying to target catfish. Now, I haven't had much luck with it, especially when trying to video it, and we've been catching a few bullhead in another pond. But this pond right here that's right behind me, it has some blue cat in it that was stocked in it a few years back, and I've only been able to catch a few small ones, but the thing is, I know for a fact there are some larger fish in here. I had one on a hook not too far long ago that it knocked the full out of the line. So it had to have been 10 pounds plus. I'm not really sure if it was a blue cat, if it was, or what it was that hit it. But today we're going to be trying some different things, some different tactics. We're going to be trying using a bobber. We're going to be trying to fish on the bottom. I'm even going to try to fish some of this perch that we stocked in here not too long ago. So just stay tuned and let's find out what we can get. What we got here is a whole assortment of different types of baits, and we're going to try to use it to try to figure out what these fish want, especially since all this fresh water dumped into all these ponds I'm going to be fishing in today. Now right here we got the little nuggets, the little night crawler flavored. If you see right here, this is going to be the bait fish blood. This is what we was nailing all those little green sunfish on, was these giant red worms. Right here we got the hot dogs that have been soaked overnight in red Kool-Aid, which I also added some of these in there with it and mixed it together to help with the flavor. And I'm going to be tipping some of the baits with this right here to kind of give it to help the sweetness. Since I've already soaked it in here, I'm not going to be doubling it up on this. So I haven't ever had any luck in these ponds with these shad, but we're going to cut them up and see what we can do with those. And then we got our stink bait that we're going to be tipping all of our little hooks like this with, which you can't really see right now. But we got the hooks to help put those type of bait on there. That's grasshopper and chicken blood flavored. Now this pond that's right behind me, they seem to really love these type of baits. They also get these baits pretty well. The bullhead that I'll be targeting in the other pond, they seem to love hot dogs. But I went ahead and added some flavor to it and to see exactly what else we could do. And I forgot, I'm also going to be using these type of bait also to help with some color and some aroma that's going to be around. So enough talking, let's go ahead and get these poles in the water. All right, we got our first bite. Now if you can see, that joker's on that Donkey Kong. Let's see what it is. All right, he done flicked the hook out. He did me a favor. Now that is a good eating size catfish right there. All right, believe this or not, this is actually the biggest catfish I've caught out of this pond. So they're here, and he got that off the bobber. I had just threw one that's gonna sit on the bottom, and he tore up that hot dog. I knew the hot dogs were going to work, but I didn't know how well. This is the biggest one I've ever pulled up out of this pond. All right, now begins the process of elimination. Was it just a fluke? Are they going to prefer the hot dogs, or do they like the strawberry flavored? So what I did is I broke one of these pieces of shad in half, tipped it with the strawberry to get the flavor out. So I want to see if the flavor is attracting it, the aroma, color, or if it's the dog. All right, this is my setup, my spread that I'm gonna have. I've got these surf spikes or rod holders, whatever you want to call them. Now I've got my machete here. I'm going to try to clean up all these bushes to make it a little bit easier, clean up around here while I'm fishing. You know, maybe cross your fingers, I may not have enough time to do any cleaning. I'd be yanking out fish. That was literally the first rod that I threw out there, and that rod right there is actually getting bit. I'm seeing it shake a little bit, but there's no takers yet. So we're going to see exactly what we're going to be able to get into. And actually, if you see where that little bobber is right there, that's where I yanked out that big one, which was that close to shore. or to the bank. So yeah, we're going to see what else they're going to be able to bite. But all this fresh water dumped in here, so I'm not really expecting much, but that was a good pleasant surprise, that fish right there. So since I just got the spread out and I'm able to get everything where I wanted to do it, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start trying to catch some of these little bass that are in here. Literally, when I walked up to the bank in order to get the first rod holder set, I saw some bass swimming around the edges, and I'm gonna try to target some of those. I know there's a good sized bass in here, but if I catch him, I'm gonna put him back because of some of the perch that's in here. I'm also probably gonna set out my little bobber that has my worm on it, my little dock demon, and just to see what it'll take yet. So it should be exciting, especially if a catfish grabs a hold of it. But yeah, I'm already excited. I've only been here maybe 10 minutes, got a big cat. So let's see what else we can catch. All right, so I'm hoping it wasn't just luck that I caught that fish at the very beginning. So the bite has really slowed down. It's been about 20 minutes and haven't had anything since. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out this old jig head right here with the spinner, with the spoon on it, and I'm gonna try to see what I can pull out of this pond with this. It sure beats not doing anything, just sitting here watching the bobbers and the lines. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to see what else I can lift up out of this pond. All right, the fishing might be really slow, but you can still have fun just being around a pond. So I actually got this little bitty baby turtle to come swimming toward me. I was playing with him with my lure. He was chasing it, and he saw me and he dove underneath the foliage right here at the bank. And it was just, all I had to do is bend down and grab him. I just think that is so cool. I done saw about 3 or 4 of these little babies already, and I think they're box turtles. If you look right here, you can see all the different markings. But if you don't, I honestly don't know. I don't try to keep up with all the different types of species of turtles or whatever. But if you know, drop it in the comment below. I think it's pretty cool just being able to sit back and watch everything happen around you. Even if you're having a slow day at fishing, things still can go your way. It's been about an hour and a half of throwing different things out here at this pond, and I'm just now getting my second bite. And the only reason I'm getting my second bite is because I switched back to the hot dogs. They're actually, the only thing that they're eating is the hot dogs. Out of all the stink baits and everything else, that's all they want. And I think the problem is right now I'm not catching them with these hooks because they're 4/0, and the other hook I caught with the on the other fish, it was a 3/0. So, but if I can't catch them with a 4/0, that probably means those fish probably ain't big enough to be eaten on. But if I don't catch anything within the next 10-15 minutes, I'm probably going to be moving on to something else. I might have to try to wrestle with some little bitty bullheads, which they give it a little bit more fun than not catching anything at all. So nothing was biting. I just happened to luck up with that first fish, which is nice size, and I'm going to keep him because we're going to planning on eating some fish tonight for dinner. But hopefully I could pull something else out of this pond before I have to go. It's been a long morning. Well, I just cost myself probably about a 4 or 5 pound catfish. My craziness. I put the drag down low, so if they grab those little bitty circle hooks, they can just take off and go. Because you don't have to worry with setting a hook on a circle hook. So so whenever I started pulling it in, because he was running with it, and of course all he was doing was pulling drag, so I was kept on trying to reel, and then try to adjust the drag, and I just took too long, and he popped that circle hook right out of his mouth because I was crazy. That was really dumb on my part. I cost myself a good sized catfish, all because of hesitation and laziness. But they're continuing all they're wanting to do is just keep on hitting those little strawberry flavored hot dogs, and that is the only thing they want. They don't want anything else. But I saw the joker. I had him about 10 feet from the shore. I saw him roll his belly. He was a good sized catfish. And I cost it. It was all me. It was my fault. I will admit to that. But I'm gonna keep on trying for a little bit longer because of that excitement. And then I'm gonna take a break, go and get some lunch, and then try some other ponds. That was crazy. That was crazy. All right, so I messed up. I came home to eat lunch, and I saw that my phone battery was super low, and that's what I was recording with. And I found out what happened. My phone never went to the home screen. What it did was it stayed on in my pocket the whole entire time. And how I realized it, my phone was getting hot, getting really hot. And so I left it on the charger whenever I was eating. And you know what I did not bring when I went to take off go fishing again? Yeah, you guessed it, my phone. But I ended up catching a little bullhead catfish. I struck out on the back pond that has all the perch in it. Nothing was biting whatsoever. I was trying to catch some catfish that is claimed to be there, but I still have not caught any type of catfish in that pond. And then I went to the other little pond where we went last weekend, and when we caught all those green sunfish, I happened to catch a small bass, and that was it. But I was trying to catch more catfish with bobbers, but as you can tell, the trees back behind me, it is super windy. So all the audio would have been horrible anyway. I don't have my microphone with me. I had left it at work. But as you can tell right now, it's cutting loose. That front moved through last night, and it literally rained from roughly about 10 o'clock all the way to about 8 o'clock, 8:30 this morning. And there was quite a few thunderstorms mixed in with all of it. So that front's moved through, and so you got all this wind pushing everything through. But wasn't able to get meat in the freezer today. But I had caught some stuff, so I didn't strike out. But I released everything I caught and put it back where it belonged. And so yeah, as you can see, I'm dressed a little different. This old man's got a hot date with his woman, so I'm gonna let you go.